What's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews, and you guys probably well know that I love Makita tools. But it's kind of hard to really figure out what's going on with Makita. They don't really publicize a lot of stuff here, but I found this new product release magazine here on Issue, I think is how it's pronounced, their website, but this is from Makita New Zealand. And they've got a bunch of new stuff here. So let's check out this new release catalog. We've got a couple of new XGT tools here. We have a Makita barrel grip jigsaw. I was wondering when we would finally see one. Here it is. We have a jigsaw finally in XGT. I was kind of expecting the D handle to come out first, but with the larger XGT batteries, it kind of doesn't surprise me that they came out with the barrel grip instead. We also have, this is going to be the Makita Japanese version of the Gen 2 impact driver, but this one is going to be lacking the dual spring DST technology and probably also lacking the Bluetooth as well. So it's not really going to be an upgrade. If you've already got like the Japanese version, this is going to be like a 1.5. So I'm not sure what Makita is doing exactly when it comes to a lot of these XGT impact drivers. It doesn't really make a lot of sense why we're seeing like the Gen 2 in Japan and we're seeing like side steps in the US here. If you've seen the other generation I've got, that's almost like a downgrade. So it's kind of really weird what we're seeing with a lot of the XGT impact drivers. I'm not really sure what to think about this. So it's kind of interesting here what we're seeing exactly. All right, but we've got some other stuff here, and it's not all XGT as well. So of course we've got a cutter, we've got an upright LED light. A lot of this stuff has already been seen, of course, in LXT. We're just now seeing the XGT versions of this. All right, we've got a couple more XGT tools like a brush cutter. We kind of already have a brush cutter, honestly. We already have the double battery one, which is kind of interesting. I think it's up here. That is it right up there. I'm not sure the exact model number here in the US just yet. But we do, of course, have already the 40 volt version of just the regular string trimmer as well, too. And of course, we got the LXT 36 volt stuff, which I do believe there is a brush cutter in there as well. But a lot of these tools, though, I mean, you can just add a harness strap on these, and you can put on a fixed blade instead of the string trimmer. I did mine, my 36 volt string trimmer, so just slight differences overall in a lot of these tools, which is kind of interesting. And we do have a brushless backpack mist blower, so I'm not really sure if this will be much out of Japan or very, very specialty tools, so interesting to see that. So we will see what's going on there with this tool here if it does hit the US. I kind of don't think it ever will. It might be kind of more of a certain parts of the world. Definitely there. All right, we do have a XGT microwave. This has been kind of talked about for a while. I've seen this for a little bit now, which is kind of funny. So that is definitely out there. And then if you haven't noticed, I've been reviewing a lot of those small chainsaws as well. So those have been kind of fun to review. Makita's got theirs. From seeing other reviews and pricing that I can tell, we are kind of seeing those to be around that $180 tool only mark. So in the US, I wouldn't expect those to be anything really less than probably 200 bucks. Although honestly, I don't really see a huge difference. If you've already got the smaller chainsaw, the top handle, I don't see a real reason to pick this up, honestly, other than grabbing the top handle. If they're both about the same price, I would say just grab the top handle, honestly. So kind of interesting here to see this. It only comes with a 3 amp hour battery as well, too. Chainsaws, you should definitely be driving those with at least 4s. So we'll see how that turns out. And also curious how the microwave will actually hit the States as well too. This is kind of a specialty product. It might just be maybe Japan, Europe, and that might be about it. But pricing on this is going to be about, from what I've seen from people importing them to the US, they're about $1,000 imported. So if we do see it, it's probably going to be at least $500 if I had to throw a guess on that one. All right, a couple more LXT tools. We of course got the vacuums here, which they make a lot of vacuums. I'm honestly like really confused with all the vacuums they have out. I actually went with the Hikoki one because it was half the price, and it seems to work quite a bit better than my Makita vacuum. So there's so many of them out here. Of course, we got the new XGT stuff, and that stuff is expensive. You've seen those on Amazon, a lot of our places, they're around 400 bucks, and definitely a pricey vacuum option. All right, got a couple of new drills going on here. I'm not sure if these are actually new. Of course, this is New Zealand, so these are not the US model numbers. It's kind of hard to tell exactly here what this is, but they definitely look possibly somewhat new, which is kind of interesting. And then this is cool. We've got a new wheelbarrow, for flat bucket, power assisted wheelbarrow. Max load is 300 kg. Are we going to see this in the US? It'd be really cool to see it in the US, but I'm not too sure. I'm kind of wondering why it's LXT too. Why not just make this XGT? It's powered by two LXT batteries, so it's gonna be 36 volts, of course, but you can put four in like some of the mowers and have double the runtime there, which is pretty cool. Also, we have a new new CXT tool. That's actually caught me by surprise there. I thought we would never see a new CXT tool. It kind of thing that like that line has been totally ignored for years now. But this is going to be the little mini pruning saw will be on that line. So we are getting a 12-volt chainsaw. That is amazing. So now Milwaukee and Makita have 12-volt chainsaws, or pruning saws, I should say. I wonder when DeWalt will be shortly behind on that new tool there. So if we also have some new mowers, well, not really new mowers here. This is really confusing. They've got a 64-volt mower. Now this is not in the US. Tool and Stuff, I think, did something on this, like a review on this. Very, very strange. We also have that Connect X system, which I don't understand that at all either. It just makes sense to just go XGT, and then you've got plenty of tools, you got more options, and I don't know. If someone wants to maybe explain that to me, the ConnectX and 64-volt lines, we already have LXT and XGT. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just gonna go XGT regardless of what else is offered. There's doesn't seem like to me there's really a reason to go there. Maybe 64 volt might be like a homeowner grade, like a Ryobi 40 volt kind of thing. It's kind of my best guess, but I don't want to jump into a new battery line here when I might as well just buy the XGT version for a couple $100 more. I've got now more batteries and a charger and a tool that runs with all the batteries I already got already. So kind of unusual there, but we'll see what happens. A couple new angle grinders here. We've also got those little cordless work lights, which are, you'll probably find those on eBay for $10 in a couple of years here. So, but then they're pretty cool, but they're not, like a full-on, spotlight or floodlight or anything. There's kind of just a small little tool there. We do have, this is a XGT dual port standard charger, which is kind of interesting. So not a rapid charger, kind of unusual. I thought XGT would be only rapid chargers. I've heard that there is a single port standard charger out there somewhere. I've not seen one anywhere, but now we have a dual port one, which is interesting. So I'm not sure why you want to use this unless it's purely just like a price constraint there. If you just want cheaper, you have to have like 30 or 40 of those in like a construction site. That's maybe the only reason I can see that, but be a longer charge time. So kind of interesting there. I'm not really sure what that's for exactly. And that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the new Makita tools, and have a great day, guys. Stay safe out there.